Hey y'all. All right, y'all. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, wherever it is in your country. This is your girl, the real deal, Anita Skills Reaction. Like, share, and subscribe. Shout out to all my workers. Shout out to anybody celebrating anything. Congratulations. And if you're not doing too well, I hope you're doing better, okay? All right, y'all. Also, I want to share a little bit that welcome to the Real Deal Anita Gary Reaction channel. You're always welcome. Also, please respect each other on mic at all times. Your opinions are necessary to me. Please share on the channel for $4.99 monthly. Super chat donation is welcome, and thank you so much. Okay, y'all, I want to get into the real. I want to get into the Shanquella Robinson recap. I want to do a recap on her case from the beginning because somebody asked me to do it earlier, but let me turn this down a little bit. I decided just then to do it. You know what I mean? Just a few minutes ago, because I promised you all that from Friday to up to now that I was going to work hard on my channel, getting everything where it needs to be. Shanquella Robinson case hit me a lot because I try not to let her last name interfere with my last name. Really, I'm a Robinson, not a Gill. Gill is my married name, but Robinson is really my name. And Robinsons, they good people. Robinson, the name Robinson, it goes a long ways. Just because she a Robinson don't mean she's some kin to me. But when you say Robinson, I think of her as like a little cousin or something. You know what I mean? But I want to get into her recap. So the video I'm going to go to, I'm going to show y'all different videos, and then I'm going to react on it. For those who complaining so much about I am a reaction channel, I have to stop. I can't just play the video like most people. I have to stop that video and I have to educate y'all through what I see in the video. Okay, you might not agree. It's okay. And you might disagree, agree and disagree. It doesn't matter. I appreciate you though. But I really want to get into this content. And I'm a TikTok creator, and I do the same thing when I do over here on YouTube. So what I'm gonna do is go to my TikTok station, and some told me, said, "Hey, let me check out what happened to Shanquella." So I wanna go here and start right here with what happened to Shanquella, okay? And I appreciate y'all being here and being here this afternoon or morning, night, evening. It doesn't matter, okay? But that doctor, y'all, this is going to be about the doctor. Name has been revealed, okay? But in this case, something happened to a beautiful young lady. And I always had the question of, have she ever had an accident before? Have she ever been in an accident? The reason why I asked that question is because usually when you be in an accident, what are the two places that you always injure when you're in an accident? Your neck and your back, correct? So I've thought about. You can go back and check my videos out. I asked my people who the real dealers. I said, did she have an accident or anything dealing with her back? The reason why she said no, she didn't want to fight. I thought another thing came to my mind. I said, had she ever been a cheerleader and she felt and hurt her back? Because I'm into sports, and sports medicine. So I was like, something ain't right. Cause she sitting the way she was sitting up on that floor after she got, was thrown on the floor. So let's take a look at this video, and there's some evidence raised in this video that we're going to raise among each other, okay? Y'all hit the like button. I appreciate you. If you haven't joined, please join the channel.
New details surrounding the mysterious death in Mexico
Hold on, y'all.
of a North Carolina woman. Questions started swirling after cell phone video of her being brutally beaten went viral. Morgan Francis with our Charlotte affiliate WJZY has a detailed timeline of what happened and when.
Okay, people, so what we're going to do right here, we're going to take a look at the timeline. Okay, the timeline is very important to us, okay? I don't want y'all to tell me what y'all heard or nothing from another channel. We're going to start right here. Erase what you already know. Okay.
Family says Shanquella Robinson arrived at their luxurious Ocean View home, Villa Linda 32, on October 28th. The guest list notes there were 7 people on the trip. Robinson called her mom to tell her a chef was cooking them dinner that night.
I said, okay, I love you, have a good night.
And she talked to her the next day. We know
Okay. Go back. Shanquella's mother spoke to her, and she told her the chef was cooking them some dinner, and she told okay, and told her good night and have a great day. Okay, enjoy yourself. What other mothers would have said.
Point, Robinson was violently assaulted by another woman inside the villa. Picture comparison with the villa's online photo gallery confirms the fight happened in the master suite. Multiple people watched the fight, encouraging Quella to fight back.
Okay. I want to go back. The reason why I want to, let me take it back. Just the curtains over there. This is, so let me ask y'all, so it was 3 boys, 3 girls, and Shanquella made 7. So, but 7 people didn't sign in all at one time. You see, 7 people didn't sign in because that boy wasn't there yet. So who was that 7th person? Who put their name down there for that 7th person? What man put their name down there for the 7th person? Okay, because that other boy wasn't there yet. So you got the 3 girls and Shanquella, and you got the 3 boys. Just listen for a minute, y'all. They had 7 names down there. Somebody, someone, allegedly put his name in for their name to make it look like it was 7 people. Because they put his name, but it seemed like to me it was 8 people. The reason why I said number is 8 people. 8 people is to go back to what I said. Somebody went down in that young man place, the boy that who's telling his story. We're gonna look at that again too. That's why I say I believe with 8 people. It's just me, y'all. It's just me. Okay.
On the trip, Robinson called her mom to tell her a chef was cooking them dinner that night.
I said, okay, I love you, have a good night.
And she talked to her the next day. We know at some point Robinson was violently assaulted by another woman inside the villa. Picture comparison with the villa's online photo gallery confirms the fight happened in the master suite. Multiple
people look at the blinds. Look at the curtain. This drew my attention. Why is the curtain open up while they fighting her? Why is the curtain open? If they didn't want nobody to know they was in there fighting, why are they fighting? Why are they letting everybody see them fight? Anybody could have walked past it. The door open, y'all. The door open. Why is it important for them to have them blinds open? I ain't never seen them like that. In other words, you should be trying to hide a fight. Did they come in from this way? Which way did they come in? And Shanquella, whatever this girl right here said to Shanquella, kind of worried me a little bit because Shanquella said, okay, She said something. This girl right here said something to Shaquetta, and Shaquetta said, okay. So I brought up two things in this video. I don't like the blind open. They fought her with the blind open. Okay.
Though at some point, Robinson was violently assaulted by another woman inside the villa. Picture comparison with the villa's online photo gallery confirms
Shaquella got in a fight with another woman inside the villa. Shaquella got into a fight with another woman inside the villa. Shanquella got into a fight with another woman inside the villa. When y'all hear that, what y'all think? Shanquella got in a fight with one of the women inside the villa. It's a lot of folks in the villa.
Fight happened in the master suite. Multiple people watched the fight, encouraging Quella to fight back.
Quella, can you at least fight back?
Why? 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 At least it's throwing me off, y'all. Maybe I'm making a big deal out of this, but at least the word is at least. At least fight back. Make it interesting. Because we knew you were going to fight her back. But she didn't fight them. She didn't fight back. So what is that telling y'all? That they was looking for a fight. And Shaquella didn't fight back. Now they, oh, and whoever this person right here, oh my God. But these grown folk, these grown kids who call themselves grown, seeing him watching this girl a fight. Who watching a fight? But this is a girl inside the villa. Okay? This is a girl inside the villa. Okay? They didn't say it was one of the roommates, one of her friends. They say it's a woman inside the villa. I'm just giving y'all another point to look at.
She says no before she's thrown to the ground and punched and kicked in the head and back of the neck.
She got kicked in the head and the back of her neck. That's what told me. I asked the question with the group over here, the Real Dealers. I said, has she ever been in a car accident? How when she got kicked in her back, she wasn't paralyzed, but she was on the toilet. Remember now, Shaquella was alive, y'all. She was talking, but she was mumbling. When the doctor checked her, she was mumbling. She sounded like she was drunk, but she was wheezing out of there. She was coming out of there. So that means like she fought for her life mentally. Okay?
Investigative reporter Gerardo Zuniga with Metropolimix shared the police report with Queen City News. It says on October 29th at 2:13 p.m., the group called for a doctor, telling that doctor, Robinson.
They called the doctor on the 29th. Don't forget, we're close to Halloween on the 29th at 2:13. But they didn't make it a Halloween though. But at 2:13, they called the doctor.
Drank too much alcohol and they wanted to give her an IV. At 3:15 p.m., the doctor arrived and noted Robinson had a poor verbal response.
Okay, people, hold up for a minute. Hold on, let me write something down. So I don't have to keep showing up. Let me go back. I'm about to show y'all something.
The group called for a doctor, telling that doctor.
Okay, they called a doctor at 2:13. Why did it take a doctor an hour to get there? If the doctor came at 3:15, that took that doctor an hour to get there. Y'all hear that? Okay. Let listen to what they saying right here.
Robinson drank too much alcohol and they wanted to give her an IV. At 3:15 p.m., the doctor arrived and noted. Says on October 29th at 2:13 p.m., the group called for a doctor, telling that doctor Robinson drank too much alcohol and they wanted to give her an IV. At 3:15 p.m., the doctor arrived and noted Robinson had a poor verbal response in a drunken state with stable vital signs and was dehydrated. Dr. Carolina Beatriz Onelias Gutierrez recommended they transfer Robinson to the hospital, but her friends insisted.
Okay, let's go back. Let's go back. Okay, guys. On October the 28th, 3:13, at 2:13, they called a doctor. 3:15 hour ago, she had a verbal response. Alcohol do make you dehydrated if you don't drink a lot of alcohol. So they must have been drinking alcohol. You hear me? They must have been drinking alcohol to get dehydrated. Cause alcohol will dehydrate if you drink enough of it.
Yeah, the doctor arrived and noted Robinson had a poor verbal response in a drunken state with stable vital signs and was dehydrated.
Why? I got a question to ask y'all. Why did it have to be that she was in a drunken state? Everybody was drinking the same thing, right? So she was in a drunken state. How could she? Why she ain't in no fainting state? Fainting state. Why she's drunk? And it happened the night before. Why is Shanquella so drunk? Why they said? Why they said at 2:13 they called the doctor. 3:15, an hour later, they came. Shaquella had a verbal response, meaning she spoke in a drunken state. Why do it have to be drunken if she drunk last night? A hangover? Why ain't nobody else got no hangover? Okay, so not a list guy. Shaquella was dehydrated. Okay, she was dehydrated and been in a fight.
Hydrated. Dr. Carolina Beatriz Onelias Gutierrez recommended they transfer Robinson to the hospital, but her friends insisted they.
Okay, y'all. The friends is not her parents. The friends is not her parents. Emergency people don't use them when it's an emergency. They don't listen to that. That's not her mama. That neither nobody in that room is her parent. Nobody in that room is Shaquella's parents. Why didn't the emergency people ask for her mom number and call her mother number themselves? I got an issue with that. Why didn't they call? Why didn't the emergency people, knowing that this human being has to go to a doctor, and they did not call Shaquella's mother, the emergency people? I'm not talking about them young folks. I got a problem with that. I'm a doctor. I'm an emergency person. This human has to go to the doctor right away. They are not her parents. They are not her parents. That's why I had to do this case, right? Because I get irritated. The mama is the parent. The daddy is the parent. Why they didn't get their number? Why didn't they look Shaquella Robinson name up? They got sources. They got sources.
They treat her on site. At 4:20, Robinson had a seizure, and that's when her friend.
4:20. Okay, because they were there at 3:15, and they knew she needed to go to the doctor. 4:20. 4:20. Shaquella had a seizure. Her body couldn't take no more, y'all. I have a question. Has Shaquetta ever had a seizure before? Has she ever had seizures? What's her medical history? What is her medical history? What is her medical history? This is very important in this case right here. What kind of medical history does she have? Has she ever had a seizure?
Named in the report as Winter Donovan called 911 to request an ambulance. During that time, Robinson's condition deteriorated. Dr.
Okay, Winter called 911. Winter called 911. It ain't too much you can do when a person having a seizure. It's just let them wear it out. Don't put your hand in their mouth. I got a problem with this. I just got a big question mark.
Gutierrez declared her deceased just before.
Hold up. Just before 6?
Telling that doctor Robinson drank too much alcohol and they wanted to give her an IV. At 3:15 p.m., the doctor arrived and noted Robinson had a poor verbal response in a drunken state with stable vital signs and was dehydrated. Dr. Carolina Beatriz Onelia Gutierrez recommended they transfer Robinson to the hospital, but her friends insisted they treat her on site. At 4:20, Robinson had a seizure, and that's when her friend, named in the report as Winter Donovan, called 911 to request an ambulance. During that time, Robinson's condition deteriorated. Dr. Gutierrez declared her deceased just before 6 p.m.
Now y'all hear what they telling us? Do y'all hear what they telling us? Okay, I got a problem with this. Because this is not what they telling us. They were saying that the doctors worked on her for like what, 3 hours? 2 or 3 hours? They worked on her about 2 or 3 hours. Seizure wasn't gonna make her die. If she were only dehydrated, what killed this girl? If she were only dehydrated, y'all, what killed her beside her spinal and her neck? What killed her? What really killed Shanquella? I'm curious about this. A broken spine and neck won't kill her like her neck ain't gonna kill her like that. How she get out the toilet into the living room? Oh, we gonna get into all of that today.
The doctor was with Robinson for nearly 3 hours.
Stop. See? So 4:20, 5:20, 6:20. Wait, 4:20, 5:20. They weren't with her no 3 hours. The doctor was with her 3 hours doing what? What were they doing in 3 hours?
15 minutes after her injury.
See? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That is exactly what I'm saying. What were they doing? Wait a minute. Thank you, whoever this is on here. Let's make it make sense. This ain't making sense, y'all. This is not making sense, y'all. This is not making sense. This ain't making sense. October 29th at 2:13, they called it immersion. They got there at 3:15, an hour later. This young lady was verbal response in a drunken state. She didn't sound drunk when she said no. She didn't sound drunk. And she was dehydrated. She could have been dehydrated, but not drunk. They always think somebody got to be drunk. She wasn't drunk when she was fighting that girl. She wasn't drunk when she said no. But she's drunk in a drunken. I don't like that, y'all. She was in a drunken voice, a state of drunken. She could be fainting. She was dehydrated. Why they had to use the word drunk to make her look bad? Then she had a seizure at 4:20. And then they said one to call the 911. And at 6 o'clock, she was dead. 4:20, okay, 5:20. Like an hour. And then they're going to turn around and say that the doctor worked on her for 3 hours? They lied. The doctor didn't work on her for 3 hours. When? When did the doctor work on her for 3 hours? If the girl called the doctor at 2:13, the doctor arrived, the ambulance arrived at 3:15. She was in a verbal response, drunken state, dehydrated. The doctors come back up at then seizure, 4:20. Went to die at 911 and she died at 6. That ain't 3 hours. Ooh-wee. Jesus.
Police report with Queen City News. It says on October 29th at 2:13 p.m., the group called for a doctor, telling that doctor Robinson drank too much alcohol and they wanted to give her an IV. At 3:15 p.m., the doctor arrived and noted Robinson had a poor verbal response in a drunken state with stable vital signs and was dehydrated. Dr. Carolina Beatriz Onelias Gutierrez recommended they transfer Robinson to the hospital, but her friends insisted they treat her on site. At 4:20, Robinson had a seizure, and that's when her friend, named in the report as Wenter Donovan, called 911 to request an ambulance. During that time, Robinson's condition deteriorated. Dr. Gutierrez declared her deceased just before 6 p.m. The doctor was with Robinson for nearly 3 hours, a large discrepancy with her death certificate, which says she died 15 minutes after her injury. Another inconsistency, her time of death, which is noted as 3 p.m. on her death certificate.
Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. God, that's why I said somebody lying. Somebody lying, y'all. Somebody lying. I just told y'all. They lying. Why? They ain't making sense. The timeline is off.
Declared her deceased just before 6 p.m. The doctor was with Robinson for nearly 3 hours, a large discrepancy with her death certificate, which says she died 15 minutes after her injury. Another inconsistency, her time of death, which is noted as 3 p.m. on her death certificate and 6 p.m. in the police report. Police who were called to the villa at 5 p.m. arrived at 5:25. They tell Queen City.
What? Golly! What? The death certificate said she died 15 minutes after her injuries. And 3 to 6 from wait, hold up, y'all. Hold up. 5:13.
Perez declared her deceased just before 6 p.m. The doctor was with Robinson for nearly 3 hours, a large discrepancy with her death certificate, which says she died 15 minutes after her injury. Another inconsistency, her time of death, which is noted as 3 p.m. on her death certificate and 6 p.m. in the police report. Police who were called to the villa at 5 p.m. arrived at 5:25. They tell Queen City News friends also
15 minutes after her injuries. 3 o'clock, her death. And the police report is 6 o'clock. That's got it. That's what they just said. Why is it the death certificate saying something different?
and 6 p.m. in the police report. Police who were called to
Hold
the
up,
villa
y'all.
at
Hold up. Hold up.
During that time, Robinson's condition deteriorated. Dr. Gutierrez declared her deceased just before 6 p.m. The doctor was with Robinson for nearly 3 hours, a large discrepancy with her death certificate, which says she died 15 minutes after her injury. Another inconsistency, her time of death, which is noted as 3 p.m. on her death certificate and 6 p.m. in the police report. Police who were called to the villa at 5 p.m. arrived at 5:25. They tell Queen City News friends also told officers Robinson had alcohol poisoning, something they say they knew was false when her autopsy came back. On November 9th, Robinson's mother, frustrated and seeking the truth, speaks to
Okay, hold up, people. 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 My people. My people. Listen, babies. Y'all listen. See, every time I do this case, it's so sensitive to me because I have daughters and 2 sons. On October the 28th at 2:13, they called the doctor. The doctor got there at 3:15, y'all. An hour later. She was verbal respond in a drunken state. I hate them talking about her like that, saying that she was dehydrated. 4:20, she was having a seizure. People. Winter then called 911. She was then okay at 4:20. She called 911. 6 o'clock, she was deceased. They also said that the doctor worked on her for 3 hours. When? Called 4:20 till 6 ain't 3 hours. Also, autopsies, the death certificate said she died 15 minutes after her injuries. She wasn't dead 15 minutes after her injury. She was sitting up. She couldn't have been dead 15 minutes after her injuries if she was talking with a verbal response at 3:15. Her injuries start at 2:13. How is she gonna die 15 minutes after her injuries? And then they announced she was dead at 3. Her death certificate said 3. But on the police report it said 6. Who telling the truth? I know a lot of people say they're going to believe the death certificate, but the death certificate went by the autopsy. But how is she gonna be And then they said they got there at 5, and at 5, oh Lord have mercy, Jesus. This ain't making sense. It's not making sense. She didn't die 15 minutes after her injuries, y'all. Who died 15 minutes after they injured? It wasn't Shanquella. Shanquella was alive at 3:15. They called the doctor at 2:13. She was verbal response in a drunken state of mind, dehydrated. And at 4:20 went to call 911. Why is the autopsy saying 15 minutes after her injury is 3? But on the police report it's 6. I'm believing the police report. But the death certificate supposed to be the right thing, y'all. What's going on here? You're supposed to believe the death certificate.
Yeah. The doctor was with Robinson for nearly 3 hours, a large discrepancy with her death certificate,
Thank you.
which says she died 15 minutes after her injury. Another inconsistency, her time of death, which is noted as 3 p.m. on her death certificate and 6 p.m. in the police report. Police who were called to the villa at 5 p.m. arrived at 5:25.
So the police. What? Wait a minute. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. The police arrived at 5 and 5:25. What's going on, y'all? What's going on with this timeline? And we went by what they are saying here. In other words, the death certificate making them look crazy. Making everybody look crazy. Got us looking crazy.
They tell Queen City News friends also told officers Robinson had alcohol poisoning, something they say they knew was false when her autopsy came back. On November 9th, Robinson's mother, frustrated and seeking the truth, speaks to Queen City News, telling us she doesn't believe the story her daughter died of alcohol poisoning, something her so-called friends were also telling the family. On November 10th, Robinson's body arrived back home to family along with her death certificate, which listed her cause of death a severe spinal cord injury and atlas luxation, which is instability.
Y'all know what? Y'all know what? This need to be 2:13, 3:15, 4:20, 5:25, and 6. Yeah. This is crazy. This is crazy. 2:13, 3:15, 4:20, 5:25, 6. And the death certificate says she died 15 minutes after her injuries at 3? How? And she was alive at 3, y'all. They need to check on whoever did that death certificate. Somebody ain't right. Something right. Something ain't right.
On November 10th, Robinson body arrived back home to family along with her death certificate, which listed her cause of death a severe spinal cord injury and atlas luxation, which is
Mm-mm.
instability in the top vertebrae in the neck.
Mm-mm.
It indicated to family she had been beaten. On November 16th, only after news agencies pressed Mexican authorities on the suspicious death did they share a press release stating they were investigating the death of a woman at Fundadores Beach Club. 2 days later, November 18th, the FBI announced it had launched an investigation.
Said what? The FBI said what? Hold up. Let me go right here.
2 days later, November 18th, the FBI announced it had launched an investigation.
Nah, they bull mess. This bull, y'all. This bull, they played with this girl. Not that I ain't talking about the one got the fighting with her. I'm talking about the people supposed to be professional. The ones who supposed to be some ain't right, y'all. I'm not arguing about the kids. I'm not arguing about them young folk. I'm talking about these professional people because they did everything wrong. They did everything wrong, y'all. They got people that speak English. Spanish ain't nothing but English. This is crazy. This ain't even making sense. This don't make sense. This don't make sense. You got 213. They called 911 to 3:15 is an hour. This girl was alive and breathing at 3:15. How in the heck she gonna be deceased at 3? And she was alive breathing, y'all. This this is crazy. How it is young lady is gonna be deceased at 3 o'clock on the death certificate. And here she is breathing at 3:15. Verbal response. Drunk state. She was talking. She was moving up, talking at 3:15. So how in the heck she gonna be dead at 3? And then went to them at 4:20. They called the doctor back over there. From 3:15 to 4:20, she had a seizure. They dialed 911. I can't believe this. And 6 o'clock, this girl was deceased. 4:20 to 5:20 is 1 hour. How in the world did the doctor work on her for 3 hours? The autopsy said she died 15 minutes after her injuries. And on the police report, it says 6. And then the police arrived at 5 and 5:25. What the world is going on here? The death certificate is something you're supposed to go by, but how in the heck she gonna be She gonna be slurring at 3:15, and they got her dead at 3. Oh man, wait. This irritates me every time I look at this case.
It's the story of a black god.
I don't want to hear all that, man. This one just in this.
Make it to the living room. I cut on some soft music, sitting with her over her head, just chilling with her until the nurse came. Because that's what I was informed that was happening. At first, I was told that it was a male coming and then a female showed up. So, by that time, I skipped another thing. Cole wasn't found dead. She wasn't found dead. The maids found her slumped over the toilet in her room.
Fuck y'all. He told y'all she wasn't found dead. She wasn't dead. She wasn't dead at 3 o'clock. She wasn't. She was verbally responded, y'all, like in a drunken state of mind. He was right. Who took her off the toilet? Cause she sure couldn't have walked off the toilet. Who put her on the toilet? Why did they put her on the toilet? How she get to the toilet? I'm trying to figure this out. How in the world did this girl get on that toilet, y'all? How did she make it to the toilet? How did she make it to the toilet? How? 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 She couldn't even. The way she was sitting on the floor, like she couldn't move no more. She was out of her mind. How'd she get on by the toilet? Why y'all didn't record that? Y'all record the fight. Why y'all didn't record her going to the toilet? Why y'all didn't report? Why y'all didn't recording all this? What happened to her? Why the doctor was there? Y'all recorded a fight. Don't y'all think that it's important to record what the doctor was doing to her? And y'all supposed to be in the professional medical field.
That's what they did find. They found her in the toilet. And that's what I was told. Puller was not dead.
Oh, that what he was told. Hearsay. Hearsay.
When I got there. Yeah, okay, so when I get in there, I go in, I see Cooler, I see she chilling, I put her outside, I go up and make that video. I'm talking about I'm here, but I Cooler get up. I'm thinking like, damn, we got stuff to do. ACDs, a boat, dinner. I missed the show.
So you worried about having the fun and this girl have dead. I ain't blaming you, little boy. I'm just saying that you worried about having fun while this girl on her deathbed. You talking about let's go have fun while this girl is out.
I missed everything. So I'm like, damn, I'm thinking, Cooler, let's get up. I say that in the video. Everybody can hear it. Everybody knows. Everybody that know me heard me say the shit. That was my first video when I got there. Second, because I made a video. He pulling up to the village. But he was cutting up the back. I'll get the time spent for y'all, but that's not going to work. So I just, the world, FBI, whatever, had to put those right timelines together. But,
I think so, God, that my children I raised them well. Because y'all act like y'all ain't got no sense. Listen how you talking.
Started with the NCD. That faggot is so stupid and got y'all believing everything. Everything that's wrong. I was not there till the next day. I didn't see a fight. I didn't know it was a fight. I didn't know it was a video.
So you don't even know what happened in. So why you talking? You only need to tell the part from when you got there. You don't need to be telling them what you heard.
I know they did any harm, anything. I went in there and told those other outfits, so that's what I helped her at. That's what I helped her at. I didn't leave her side. I put on soft music. Summer Walker rubbing her head to the nurse team. Nobody even talked about the nurse. Nobody even said the nurse came. None of this stuff. So I'm just...
We talking about everybody, baby. We talking about from the nurse. We already talked about the police. We talked about the nurse. We talk about the people who called 911. We talking about everybody, baby. Camper, stop. Camper. What? Let me get that.
I'm not understanding where this food is coming from and why it's out here like this because it's wrong. It's wrong.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on for a minute. Then I said stop drinking all that water. You leave me alone while I'm alive. That's camper, y'all. Sorry about that.
for y'all to be attacking me, an innocent soul, like if I'm make it to the living room. I cut on some soft music, shit with a rub on her head, just chilling, waiting until the nurse came. Because that's what I was informed that was happening. At first, I was told that it was a male coming and then a female showed up. So, by that time, I skipped another thing. Chloe wasn't found dead. She wasn't found dead. The maid found her slumped over the toilet in her room.
The maid found her. The maid found her slumped over on the toilet. How she get that? How she get from A to B? Why y'all didn't video this? That's what I'm saying. I don't understand it. That they video a fight, but they couldn't video what's going on right here, so we can see. Somebody video what they were doing to Shanquella. Somebody did. No more. You sound crazy.
Now, didn't I say y'all? This, hey, this is what y'all been waiting for.
Make it to the living room. I cut on some soft music, shit with a rub on her head.
He said, "Wait a minute." He said something. Hold up. On this one, he said something about the living room. He said the toilet.
Make it to the living room. I cut on some soft music, shit with a rub on her head, just chilling, waiting until the nurse came.
Made it to the living room. How they found her on the maid found her? Why the maid found her on the toilet? Golly.
Because that's what I was informed that was happening. At first, I was told that it was a male coming and then a female showed up. So, by that time, I skipped another thing. Chloe wasn't found dead. She wasn't found dead. The maids found her slumped over the toilet in her room. That's what they did find her, slumped over her toilet in her room. That's what I was told. Chloe was not dead when I got there.
Hold up. I'm just trying to make sure I'm hearing what I just heard.
Make it to the living room. I cut on some soft music, shit with a rub on her head, just chilling, waiting until the nurse came. Because that's what I was.
They made it to the living room. Yeah, something ain't right.
Hey, this was warm light energy. Shanquella, I can't hear every message that you leave me right now. I'll be able to review this video later.
Let me hear what you got to say. I don't understand. I just don't. I know them little children, Miss her. She used to do their hair. The girl was alive. I don't understand why they ain't just take her on to the hospital. Go about what some children say. That girl did. That girl was making that money, and his cousin trying to say y'all that uh Shaquetta succeed with her money. She came up with her PPP loan and ended up getting a business, 3 different businesses, you know, doing what she's supposed to do. But I don't know. That's sad. Let me see too. Will be served. They riding on the cast. They should have. They. I would have scraped my name on there because they ain't gonna do it. Try to erase that, pull that tape out and resell that name. No, man.
Some new information has come to light pertaining to the untimely demise of 25-year-old Shanquella Robinson of Charlotte, North Carolina. Plus, Shanquella's father details what was told to him, as well as the independent autopsy results. The first is that not only was there an altercation between her and the woman identified as
It's my friends to me because, y'all, it don't take that long to get naked. It don't take that long to get naked, hoes. Where y'all at?
Okay, I got a problem with this. You see how long? How could they hear? How could that girl hear them fighting from way back there in the back? How far Sequella had to walk way back there? How could? Why did it take? How could she hear them up there? From she said she came from the back and saw them fight. What the other girl name? Yeah, she claimed she heard them from way up in where Squella just came from the queen bedroom room, from way back there. They were making all that noise.
It's my friends to me because, y'all, it don't take that long to get naked. It don't take that long to get naked, hoes. Where y'all at?
See, they're not even in their room. See, so they can't even hear Shaquella. So how she gonna hear a fight? Said she heard them in the back, way back there from the back, and she came up and saw them fighting. They ain't even hear Shaquella call their name.
I'm gonna keep it hot. You gonna keep it hot? What? They, what girl said they cool.
Nah, them girls looking at you like they gonna jump on you. Look how them girls looking at you. Look at that girl, how that girl right there looking at Shaquella. Like, what she mean? Did she just say what I think she said? Look how she looking at Shaquella. And the other one gave her a funny looking look too. She trying to find out who stole her swimsuit. What's somebody gonna steal her swimsuit from? For was it somebody her size? Look at this right here. Hold on, y'all. Maybe I'm just seeing something.
They, what girl said they cool.
Look how them girl looking at her. Them girl looked at her and said, "What? What she said? Said like, what you say about me?" Oh, that's that other boy right there.
They, what girl said they cool.
Look how that girl. Look how these two girls looking at her like, what? Man, y'all ain't in there talking about no bathing suit. Why y'all not in there getting dressed? Why y'all not getting dressed? That's what I'm trying to see. It's something about that.
Ma.
Hold up,
This
y'all.
is a story given.
Shanquella Robinson's parents say she took a trip to Mexico last month with a group of friends. Her friends made it back, but she didn't. Say she was found dead. She was told what happened, but they tell me tonight they're not buying it. I just sit back and wait on God. That's like I say, she gonna get justice. A mystery in Mexico. How did a weekend with friends turn into a nightmare? Something is not adding up right here.
Charlene.
Salamandra Robinson says her daughter, 25-year-old Shanquella Robinson, traveled with friends from Charlotte to Cabo, Mexico on October the 28th.
I spoke with her Friday evening. She was having dinner. And I never spoke with her again.
The next day, your world changed.
On Saturday evening, they called and said she wasn't feeling well. And they was going to call a doctor. But when they called, the doctor hadn't arrived yet. But they said,
Hold on. So they called you mama. They called you. So hold on. Listen, y'all. Listen.
on Saturday evening, they called and said she wasn't feeling well.
They did call the mama, tell the mama she wasn't feeling well. So did you say, can I speak to her? Let me speak to my baby? That's the first thing I would say. Put my baby on the phone. That's what I would have said. I'm just a different mama.
They was going to call a doctor.
They were gonna call the doctor, mama.
Arrived yet, but they said she had alcohol poisoning.
No, but see, y'all, we can't blame all this on her friends. It's a lot of neglection in this case. A lot of neglection. When the doctor get y'all, let me stay on here until the doctor get here. Either let me speak to the doctor when the doctor get there. You know what I mean? We can't put all this on these kids.
Say they were told their daughter died from alcohol poisoning, but they don't believe.
But y'all can't be talking about no alcohol poisoning if this certificate ain't saying nothing about no alcohol poisoning. So cut it out. Say what the death certificate says. Stop saying what them children said. They not the death certificate person.
They say they've heard different stories, and none of them add up.
We received the autopsy report on Thursday, and it said that her neck had been broke, and she had a back that was cracked. So that took it to a whole nother level.
In a statement, the U.S. Department of State said, quote, "We are aware of these reports. Protecting the welfare of U.S. citizens overseas is among our top priorities. Out of respect for the privacy of those involved, we have no further comment at this time." Shanquella's body arrived back in Charlotte.
I still don't understand. Even if she was deceased, why they left her over there? It's just like y'all left me and came back. Uh, but they ain't have no way to get no. They ain't have no money to get back, and they might didn't want to ask nobody for no money. But they left her over there. And dad, they didn't know to ask you for no money because they don't know you. They didn't want to ask nobody for no money to get back. But I would have felt funny leaving her. I would have to get some money some kind of way to get back. One person should have stayed with her. If not all of them, one person should have stayed. And I think the best friend should have stayed. I don't get that. Why he didn't stay. Why he didn't stay with his best friend. It's bothering me.
Yeah, the Shanquella Robinson story just keeps getting more and more bizarre.
They live in Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas, at 10. So the 6 to 9. Anyway, I got him on a flight to Cabo at 11 o'clock. As y'all seen in the post before this,
and she never made it back home.
Robinson's mom, Salamandra, says within 24 hours of her daughter's arrival, she was dead. Figuring out how or why has only added to the family's nightmare. It started with a frantic call from Robinson's friends.
They said she wasn't feeling well. She had alcohol poison. They couldn't get a pulse. Each one of the people that was there with her was telling different stories.
It's when the family made calls to the FBI and Mexican authorities that they learned of another potential cause of death.
And the autopsy came back. They said it didn't have anything to do with alcohol. So that she had been she had a broken neck and her spine in the back was cracked.
Okay, so why they didn't they trying to put it on that then? Why they ain't put no kind of net support on her? They know what to do to do that. Not the children. I'm talking about the doctors. It's still all wrong. Well, y'all, I'm about to go summary this, y'all. Summary what happened. I hate that this happened to this young lady. I hate it. One thing that I don't understand is how 7 people name got on the paper, and it one was somebody extra were over there. I don't care what nobody say. Because the boy name shouldn't even been on there. The one who came late the day later, his name shouldn't have been on the paper. Who was so fast to put everybody's name on that paper? That could have kept him or her for number 7. And then he came on over there. Okay. October 29th at 2:13 they called the doctor. Hour later at 3:15, hour later they called the doctor at 3:15. She was verbally responded and hydrated. Okay, had a drunken slur speech. She had a seizure at 4:29. Went to call the doctor at 9. She called 911 at 4:20 because she was having a seizure. Okay, she was deceased at 6. Allegedly, the doctor uh, worked on her for 3 hours. That's negative. Okay, the death certificate said she died 15 minutes after her injuries, and she couldn't have died 15 minutes after her injuries at 3. They said 3 o'clock, 15 minutes after her injuries. Y'all, Shanquella was talking at 3:15. She was verbal response. Yes. So how she gonna be deceased then? Then on the police report, it said that she was deceased at 6. Okay. The police arrived at 5 and 5:30. What y'all got to say about this? And so are we gonna end it like this? Y'all, it's gonna be hard. Only thing they gonna have to do, and they not gonna let these folks lose their job over what happened to what other people caused. Okay. I don't know how this case gonna end. I want justice for Shanquella and her family. This is a hard battle to handle right here. But I do anything I gotta do to sue somebody over there. She can sue. The mama can lawsuit. And I ain't talking about them 7 people. Them 6 people. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the hotel, the doctors, and everybody like that. That lady deserved. She deserved something about this case. It's sad that it ended this way. But y'all, we've been trying to tell y'all. Your mama been telling you for years. Everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't your partner. This your girl, the real deal. Anita Give the action. Y'all like, share, and subscribe. I'm out, y'all.